Hey, good morning. All right. Another day of exploring this connection between gratitude and generosity. Um, yeah, just want to keep sinking into it. It's also a good example, I think, for anyone who's interested in an example like this of uh, ex- you uh, bringing something to the cushion to check it out. I think it's in any kind of domain that's intended to make a difference in how your experience of life, to make a difference in the experience of your life, it's important that you check it out versus believe it. I mean, God, all those years leading the forum, leading the leaders training program or the being in the forum, being around any seminars, the whole mantra is don't believe this. And that's it's just critical that you don't believe it. I mean, that's what the Buddha said. Don't believe it. It's got to experientially be true for you. So I'm really interested in finding out this connection between generosity and gratitude, discovering something. So that's what I'm doing, and you're welcome along for the ride. Let's see what comes up. And I'm always interested in, not just open for it, but interested in your reflections. What comes up for you, what connections you make. So let's check it out, the connection between generosity and gratitude and what it means to live a grateful life, a generous life, living a generous life. Okay. Feeling that melatonin wear off. When you're ready, you can close the eyes, settle into the body, feeling the feet on the floor, maybe your butt in the chair, wiggle the shoulders, and feel yourself just get here into the body now. Directing your awareness through the body just to look for any place that wants extra attention. Maybe a ping in your shoulder or knot in your neck. You're going to just rest your non judgmental awareness on that body part. Maybe taking a breath or two deeper and slower than normal and feeling into the sensations of deep, whole breaths. And do that until you're done, and then allow the breath to fall back into a natural rhythm, leaving your awareness riding the breath, the sensations, breathing. Softening the eyes and noticing what it feels like if you turn the corners up into a smile. Smile a little with your lips and breathe through that smile. Does it change the sensations in the body when you breathe through a smile? The mind wanders, you just come back to the breath. Mm. Mm. Just imagining now, bringing to the mind's eye acts of service and generosity where you have been the source. You've, you've served, you've opened your heart and served. Notice the sensations in the body, your experience of having been of service. How does it feel in the body? What's your experience when you've been of service? When you've opened your heart, taken the time to experience yourself as the source of being of service. Notice if there's any pull towards when you notice the difference between obligation and service. Things you do out of obligation are distinct from acts of service. It feels like acts of service include or define generosity, and things done of obligation are absent generosity. What does it feel like to live life from generosity with an open heart? Notice any vulnerability, any fear, any scarcity that might be there as an obstacle, or just observe what comes up when you think of leading with your heart. Noticing that vibration of generosity, the harmonic it has with the vibration of gratitude. See where gratitude shows up in any of this. Whenever you're ready, you can take a few more breaths. Open the eyes, come on back. Oh, that was fun. That's interesting. That thing about obligation showed up. When you're doing something out of obligation, you're not doing it generously. And it really isn't service unless it's done generously. I think that's a distinguishing characteristic of service is generosity. And then there's all the fear that comes up with opening our heart of scarcity and getting hurt and vulnerability. Don't have anything sorted about it, but it's interesting that all those conversations are in the mix. And that's what I like about taking the time to explore it. So, love to hear any feedback you have, any reflections you have about that. Uh, but yeah, just keep I'm just really interested in exploring this connection between generosity and gratitude. All right, that's what I got. I'm back tomorrow. The How to Live a Grateful Life in a Fucked Up World for Sales Professionals starts today at noon. It's a free 9-week training. My team more than doubled their production when they were in the last one. Doubled their production by grinding less. That's right. More flow, less hustle. If you're interested in that training, it starts today at noon. If you can't make today, we can probably get you next week. Start a little bit late, but let me know. Next series won't start till May sometime. But there you go. That's what I got. I'm back tomorrow. Namaste.